Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Alright, so March 21st, 11:34 a.m., Wright and Company Law Offices. Well, at least we were able to get Mr. Matt on guard as our client, and we know that he didn't do it, which is very important. So now what should we do? Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we'll only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. On Guard's innocence. We have to find the real killer. Okay, then let's start looking. Since there were no psych locks, then that means we can trust Mr. On Guard to be innocent. I really feel much better knowing that. Ever since last night, I was so worried that I kept wondering, what if he is the real killer? What then? Hey, I have something I want to ask you, Pearls. Okay, what is it? Why are you so interested in how Maya and I get along? I mean, she and I don't have anything special going. Huh? What do you mean? But I thought you and Mystic Maya were... I've been mistaken all this time? No way! Oh, she really wasn't kidding. Pearls actually believes Maya and I are... Maybe I should have just left it alone. Mr. Nick, stop it! Don't hide your true feelings from me! Ow! She slapped me! Oh, jeez. Alright, let's go down to the detention center real quick. Let's see what we got. So, March 21st, detention center visitors room. Ah, the lawyer dude. So what'd you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. But I've already told you everything I know, dude. Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do. So I was in my nickel samurai costume. You were alone the entire time. My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you're supposed to hold after the show. I told you, dude, I had no idea about any press conference, alright? That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was gonna confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, I noticed it was kinda noisy. Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time. Yeah, that's what I gathered from my manager. Beginning to gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own. But that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then out of the blue, the dude arrested me. How about you and the victim, Mr. Juan Corita? What sort of... That's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, can't even tell he's the same age as me. And he wanted to try and make a Jammin' Ninja movie. We all know it failed. The Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right? Yeah, took the Grand Prix by storm. Oh, I already did this dialogue. Well, okay, so we've kind of already done all this. To the lobby. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel lobby. Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without... Good morning. Darn it, what is going on around here? You heard Paul Juan was killed, is that true? It's a bad rerun, is what this is, another Steel Samurai doing the most evil of deeds. You know, that's not entirely... I'll have you know, I was a huge fan of Juan's. Why do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies? It's always been that way, ever since I was a little girl. Queen Reaper, huh? Actually, I wanted to ask about the murder and what happened. Push me, boy! Mr. Nick, I couldn't hear everything she said. She was talking too fast. Miss Oldbag, could you please speak a little slower? Don't boss me around, you spiky-haired smarty pants! My dear Hammer died a year ago in a dreadful murder, and only recently did I finally find a star to make this hot copper dump again. I don't know what to say. I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking bucket? Watch your words, no one's gonna get away with saying anything bad about my Juan. I haven't even said anything. Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway. Huh? What woman? That irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible country accent. I mean, is that manner of speaking supposed to be? I wish she never stopped. Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of the word modesty. When I was a young maiden, oh my gosh. Pearls, are you thirsty? I'm a little. Okay, I'll get you some juice or something. Thank you very much. Hey, are you paying attention? Youngins today. I'm guessing Miss Oldbag heard everything from Lotta. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder. Now, I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready. Getting ready? For what? The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards. Cue the mysterious music for magical press conference. Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder. I see. But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. What? I saw the most important moment of the night. The most important moment? You don't mean... Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today. Please, tell me, what did you see? Oh, 4? The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't? Please don't stray into another tangent, please. If you want to hear more, then show me respect and bring this lady a present. Oh my gosh. I have tickets. I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you. She's climbing up like the old clam she is. Please, anything would be helpful. Well then, how about to tell you my measurements? No, that's okay, really. She really doesn't like you, does she, Mr. Nick? I know, I know. Oh, that's wrong. Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then please, tell us what you saw. But, what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at you young'uns' expense. I am a little devil, after all. Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. You want the tickets. You're on God's lawyer, aren't you? Well, yes, but... Then forget it! There is no way I'm telling you! Why? Okay, fine. There's nothing. There's no shot I can do that whole ordeal. Dude. Well, that's that. Pretty much done everything here. To the Viola Hall. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel Viola Hall. Looks like the investigation is still in the full swing. The hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of hellish chickens. I wonder if we can do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere. Well, got to roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. Oh, right, I forgot to examine. Move back to the lobby and examine everything. Oh my goodness gracious, okay. Looks like we got some new dialogue. Great set of doors over there. Only to disappear, if only we'd all gone together. This one sure looks one luxurious hotel. Almost to the point of gaudy, how everything blends together, all fancy imaginable. Speaking of fancy, the bubble gave me something like that last year. Haven't cleaned up all the food yet. So sad feeling of it over the air now that the party's over. We ate at this table last night, didn't we? Yes. I was really happy then. I wish I could make you smile again, even for a second. The orchestra was held on that stage just last night. It was really fabulous. Okay, we've already seen that dialogue. I think that's it. Do the hallway. March 21st, Gilbert Hotel hallways. Hey, you're here. Been waiting for you, Miss Lawyer. Lotta. Hey, Mr. Campbell, the thief showed his face. What? Arrest him, put him on trial, find him guilty, and give him the death penalty. What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling all right? Looked here and there, up and down the mountain, but it ain't here. So why don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep? What are you looking for? My camera. C-A-M-E-R-A. C-A-M-E-R-A, yeah. It's my lifeblood. I'm gonna die without my $700 camera. Your camera. Look, don't lots of people say the criminal law would go back to the scene of the crime. And looky, here you are. Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble, yuck. Huh? So you lost your camera. It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in the store and it's like $1,600 brand new. But didn't you just say you bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store, about 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty bitty scratch on it, and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me a talking to, and he was real mean about it too, but he done made me cry at that. When did you lose your camera? Last night after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I get lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie. Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye, so I don't remember. And besides, I couldn't get anything with my big scoop. I wonder if Lotta's missing cameras even connected to the murder. Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually, I was here around the time Mr. Von God was arrested. And what were you doing here? You sure went to school, city boy? Whenever Lotta Hart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had. A big scoop? I told you before, I'm gonna get the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Reckon, of course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot. I wonder what scoop she was after this time. Although I was also on the lookout for the other stars that were here, so maybe I wasn't here the entire time. Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you can take a picture for your big scoop? Well, maybe I was, but that's just what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof? What kind of story was it that you would hang around here? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's only 2. That's not... Oops, sorry, Miss Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know. Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide? We've been stopped, haven't we? Yeah, take that, Miss Lawyer. Unless someone around here is happy, Miss Lotta, and your eye rule smile. Well, I guess we ought to talk. Well, first, I should examine a few things. Oh wait, there's more dialogue. Compared to the flowers on the side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see, record companies, fan clubs, caring. It's flowers would be hard, I think. Yeah, that's what I thought too. So it's nice enough. So I was nice enough guy to lend a helping hand, secretly, of course. I have a feeling that one of these days I'm gonna end up defending her in court. There's Juan Corita's room. So that's the scene of the murder, I reckon. I thought something had gone in that night, but I didn't ever think it was murder. There are toilets in each room in this hall. And since all sort of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. Perfect for people like me, who can't afford to stay here in the first place. The Knights of Lloyds have flowers too. Mr. Wright, grateful clients. Yeah, we've already seen it. Alright, let's start talking. Oh, wait, sorry. Do you know anything? I've told you how many times now I'm a journalist. I got so much info running in life to my head, I forget things here and there. Please don't get so worked up over this. I don't care if you beg me. Be extra tough on kids. That's this gal's motto on learning youngsters. What's this? Oh. Hey, what's that? A press conference ticket? How come I ain't got myself one of them? Please don't direct your anger at me. Why in tarnations wasn't I invited to that? How come someone on the bottom of the popularity chart like you got the info, but not me? Info like that is worth nothing to you, am I right or what? Is that the kind of person she thinks I am? Are you going to stand there and take that, Mr. Nick? Are you gonna stand there? Yeah, nothing here. I just bought that camera. Who did it? The thieving rascal. Please don't look straight at me while you're saying that. When I find the bugger who went and done this, they're gonna pay it with a bullet. And if you do that, don't expect me to defend you. Now that I think about it, she's always with y'all today, is she? She's a spunky one. You shouldn't have let her out of your sight. Who knows what she's up to now? Like you want to talk. I just want to say sorry to you for... Well, I really absolutely thought you were the murderer. Huh? You know, last time that thing with my Faye... What? But why? I mean, you were all worked up, you know? Meanie. Lotta, that was very insensitive of you. This hairstyle is kind of pretty hard. This kind of hairstyle is pretty hard to get, you know. Hard to care for, too. Just the other day, I ran my hand through my hair to try to fix it up. And suddenly, out pops this dollar coin. This guy be like hitting the jackpot. Wow, that's really lucky. What a deep conversation that was. Oh, wait. I don't really care for them heroes, but not. Oh, I see. And shows they got for kids, those Avengers just plain old boring. Now adults, we get caught up in messy, sticky, real situations. Even me. Oh? Sounds like the tag's getting what I'm going with this. Wait a sec here, don't go around getting her mixed up in things like that. I don't know what she's on about. This old granny? She kept on glaring at me with those eyes of hers, as if it's my fault. Keep babbling on how she won't forgive people who write trash about her Juan. Yeah, we sort of got into a little fight, you know? A little fight. I mean, this is probably more of a blabbering contest. Well, that seemed to be, educational. Time to go into Unguard's room. Or should we first get what hotel? Unguard's hotel room. Where are we? We're in Mr. Matt Unguard's dressing room. This is our client's room. May I help you with something? Oh, you are not a man! You're Mr. Unguard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. You look like Samus from Metroid. I also look for lawyers on my end, to no avail. How did you know I'm his lawyer? You were just saying that he was your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow. It's a simple deduction, really. His trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Unguard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one stop in your mad dash, find clues to build his case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either. It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. I'm Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. Alright, then. Let's examine first. That's the bedroom over there. That's a bed? Wow, they have really big beds here. There's some samurai-looking clothes on the sofa here. I think that jacket thing is called a happy. Whatever it is, I'm sure something like that would make a great souvenir. Maya would be absolutely thrilled. It's probably Mr. Unguard's suitcase. Someone who is only going to be here for the award show is a lot of stuff. Looks like he has about 3 days worth of clothes in here. Stars really are different from us, aren't they? Looks like the dishes left over from dinner. A dinner for two at that. I'm sure they're Mr. Unguard and Mr. Andrews' plates. Looks like they had T-bone steaks. What's with Global Studios and T-bone steaks? There's giant bones sitting on the plate. I don't really like meat. There's something weird about this plate. I wish I could put my finger on what it is. Oh, really? Bet that's gonna be useful. That it? We looked at everything? Oh, I guess so. Let us discuss, Samus. I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct? Yes, that's correct. Then I will tell you. Before the awards ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. On Guard. In this very room, I might add. Dinner? What did you eat? I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you take a look at the table yourself, you won't need to ask me. But she's a lot of fun at parties. When the awards show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall. And after the show ended, you came back to this room. No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparation for the post-ceremony show, I guess. When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. On Guard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Corita. That's when you found his body, isn't it? You really held strong through everything. Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So, about you and stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. On Guard and I are related, are you? Sorry. I have no idea how we could choose you as his lawyer. Why did she have to go and say something like that? Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright? I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. On Guard's manager. Manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Corita, have one? No, he did not. He didn't. Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that. Worldwide Studios doesn't assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like this to her place is honestly... You're wrong! I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya! Pearls, I'm down and hang in there. I'll buy you some juice later, alright? Alright, let's get presenting. I'd like to ask you about this. I told you, I hate trifling matters. It's a waste of time to show me things that are of no relevance to me. Wow, first time I've been shut down this badly. You were the one taking care of the arrangements for the press conference, right? Yes, that's right. But Mr. On Guard said he didn't know about it. Is that what he said? Huh? Actually, I didn't know all the details either. It was a request from the publicity department. All I did was help out and do what was asked. Oh, I see. Wonder about that. I wouldn't take her to be the type of person to do something without knowing the details. That's Mr. Will Powers. He's an actor contracted with Global Studios. He's a very nice man with a good heart. That's all he is, and never will be. What a horrible thing to say. Society doesn't care about genuinely nice people, Mr. Wright. For a second there, your face twisted with pain. I wonder if something happened to Miss Andrews. Did you know the victim, Mr. Corita? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, the two competed with each other over in the most trivial things. If either one or the one so stubborn, then maybe no one will need to die. Huh? I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know when Juan Corita was killed. I asked to become Mr. On Guard's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. On Guard seems like a rather weak-willed man. He's always doing what he's told. He's always saying my manager, right, Mr. Nick? I hate talking about myself. It's a trifling matter, that's why. Sorry. Take away the layer of sarcasm and she really does seem to hate herself. Did you have any ideas as to why Mr. Corita was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job. So, do you have any ideas? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is it a Cyclops, Mr. Nick? Yes. He's getting me more and more of these lately. Dude. How hard it is to find stuff? I've searched everything. Alright, you're no help. I'm moving over here. Well, you're no help either. And then Old Bag's no help either. Goodness gracious. What the heck? There's bears everywhere. March 21st Gateway Hotel, Corrida's hotel room. Mr. Nick, where are we? Go to Mr. Juan Corrida's room, Pearls. Mr. Corrida, the victim. Which makes this the crime scene, too. Oh, it's you. So, what happened? The kidnapper has contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Unguard's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that? Even if we want to take a look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstance, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you gotta keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy. Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you. Ha! Wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map. That's great, Pearls. But Mr. Nick's... I can't really read what it says. Alright. Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should. Yeah, here's a picture. A stab wound. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There are fingerprints on the knife? Yep. And it looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. Unguard's prints, pal. It's bad, real bad. Why was Mr. Unguard arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? Looks like the victim, Juan Corrida, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene, you can tell. Signs of struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during the fight, his button came off. Mr. Unguard says something about a button. Something like one of those Jammin' Ninjas buttons got caught in his comma. Well, that's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who was it? That lady, Miss Oldbag. Miss Oldbag. Oh, please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention, there's something around where the Vic was that was a little off. Something that's a little off, as in that's for you to figure out, pal. All right, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. Let's get examining then. There are all sorts of things in this refrigerator. The carrot juice bottle and tomato juice bottle are both empty. Empty. It's too much for a hassle to throw them away, I guess. They're all vegetable juices. Must have been real health nut. Oh, there's a beet, some ketchup, and a bottle of strawberry jam, too. Maybe red was his favorite color. Same for me. Wow, there's a lot of bears. Alarm clock ones, collector's editions of teddies, plastic models. Pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. I get the feeling he doesn't. I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. It's hard to bear with all these problems. I don't think I want to bear with the trauma the last case caused me. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? It's so messy here. Pearls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it. There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please. Okay, that over there's a watch. You wear it on your wrist. I know what a watch is. Oops, for a second there, I forgot I was talking to Pearls, not Maya. The suitcase. I bet there's so many things in it, I bet it rarely closes. There's this clothes, dryer, electric shaver, and a calculator. Do all stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Corrida? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Is that everything on this side? Seems like that's the case. Let's slide over here. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. There's probably Mr. Corrida fought his assailant. What are all those bits of glass from? Flower vase, maybe. There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are. You don't know much about your own flowers, do you, Nick? Looks like Mr. Corrida had dinner last night. This bottle is tomato juice. We had a lot of food at the award show last night. I wonder if the stars had gone off stage only eating a meager meal like this. So that's a bed, right? Yep, it's big, but it's a bed. Ah, Nick, it's so soft! Big beds must be a rarity for her. It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it? Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much. There's a bottle of it, and probably over there that's where it came from. But doesn't it seem weird? What seems weird? I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor. She's right, the flower vase is broken, the makeup was strewn everywhere. Why is this glass the only thing still alright? Well, good. The more things you can put in the core record, the better. This is a guitar case. It's a little beat up, but usable. That's strange, the guitar's not in here. Maybe he forgot to bring it to the show? But Mystic Maya, she said the bright red guitar was Gem Ninja's signature item. That's true. Huh? The guitar case is wet, but only wet on the top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. Well, this is water, isn't it? Okay, core record. Sweet. More things on the core record. Keep adding more things. Alright, I think we've just about did everything here. What do you know about this? There's nothing special I can tell you about this, pal. Look, pal, we don't have a lot of time. Why don't you show me something more important? If Miss Von Karma saw me here like this, I'd have to switch sides real fast. That's your present from the kidnapper, huh? While you're talking, it sends and receives radio waves, and we can trace that. Yeah, we could use to find out where the bad guy is. They use radio waves, huh? I got it. I'll go find a radio scanner, let you borrow it, pal. Alright. You can look at this photo. You look at this photo and you can't help it. It makes you want to say, can't believe this is the scene of a murder. Stabbed with a knife after a struggle. A clue is sleeping in this photo somewhere, I know it. So about this wine glass. Ah, so you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe. No, not exactly. Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearl's noticed it before me, too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yep, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time. Sorry, I gotta make myself scarce. Later, pal. Ah! Hi there. At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Would it be too much to ask you to be nice to me for a change? So you're the type to steal information from the pitifully hopeless detective. That's very dishonorable of you. Hey, don't you dare run away, scruffy McTrenchcoat. I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Wow. Detective, come over here for a second. Poor Gumshoe. I feel better knowing you're at least man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared. Froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours. Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. Wow, what is she throwing me now? What is this? Well, I guess this means I gotta get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminals Affairs Department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. What did she give me? Did she give me something? Oh, of course, there's Francisca Von Karma. Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. Autograph? The paper's got Mr. Corrida's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen anything that looks like this. There's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says, "To my dearest Wendy," and more normal letters here. This sloppy, unreadable writing! It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. Wendy? Who's Wendy? I don't know no Wendy. Wait! Wait! Wendy Oldbag. Guys, we figured it out. March 21st, Gayward Hotel, Viola Hall. Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? Ah, Mr. Powers. Have you been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's a sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time, there are 3 samurai brothers, aluminum, tin, and of course, nickel. It's a love Y and Neo Old Tokyo. I see. Wait, a love what? A love Y. This girl, Sayo, works at the tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is the 3 guys colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet times 3. Yeah. Strange thing is, Sword Forbidden Love Stories is really a big hit with the office ladies. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. Miss Sayo, does Miss Sayo fall in love? Doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8. I'm gonna stop watching kids' masterpiece theater starting this week. I can't believe she's really considering it. So, what does the Jammin' Ninja TV show look like? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jammin' Ninja, like the Steel Samurai shows, is geared towards kids. It's a story of a ninja who can't scale a wall but becomes a big pop star anyway. What? It was really a lousy ninja, so he couldn't do any ninja things right at all. But boy, could he sing! And with his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja with a bright red guitar. And then the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Misola. Jammin' versus the Muramachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold before the night before Battle 3. Oh, that's too bad for him. Yeah, this kind of pop music-based love story is something the high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja, will they be able to sing? What about Princess Misola? Every Sunday at 8. Which show should I watch? I can't believe she's really considering it. Alright, well, I pretty much talked ad nauseum about all this stuff. Let's just skip presenting, shall we? Maybe you know something. Ah, I really owe you one. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know what would have happened. What you did, it was a real tight spot I was in. You fought so hard to get me out. I don't care what happens, I'll never forget everything you've done for me. Sorry. Thanks for taking the time to take it on show to me, but I'm really sorry, I don't know anything about it. They called it so suddenly, and that means something's about just off, you know? I mean, the press conference. Yeah, he said there's something I'd like to confess if I win. I heard he faxed his request for a conference into the office only yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah, that is kind of sudden. But I guess his manager set everything up somehow, so he was lucky. Nice manager. Can't believe it. Kidnapping. Do you remember what the person looked like who gave this to you? It was that bellboy, and I didn't suspect a thing because he looked like such a normal old man. Old man, huh? That guitar case, that was Juan's. I'm guessing you've seen this case before. It's pretty famous by now. It stands out because it holds the Wright guitar. Wright Guitar's Jammin' Ninja's signature item. But if the guitar's so important, how could he forget it for the award ceremony? That seems a little strange. I'm sure he won't hurt her, and he'll let her go soon. Yeah, Mr. Wright, I believe in you. You will save her. Thanks. So you Maya's little sister? I'm sorry, but no. Oh, then you must be Wright's little sister. Again, I'm sorry, but... Then... Whose little sister are you? I'm sorry, but I'm an only child. Oh, I see. Sorry. Her looks so sad. She looks really sorry, too. I'm honored you're asking me, but I have no idea who this person is. Sorry. Nah, it's okay. You don't have to apologize so much. Sorry. Hey, my face is my face really all that scary? Kids won't come anywhere near me. When I cover my face, they're all shocked because then they figure out who I am. I think your face makes you look like a very kind person. Aw, Mr. Powers is really getting teary-eyed. He debuted around the same time as Matt and everything, you know? Really? It started out small. First it was singing contests and swimming competitions, and then it was bowling tournaments, and then who could throw the best New Year's parties, and Juan was always trying to one-up Matt. Lately those two were escalating to more and more dangerous things. Although no good would come of it all, so I began to worry. Too bad Juan's story ended so soon. Matt's younger than me, but you can practically see his star potential. His star potential. I got his autograph the other day. It's kind of wrong now, doesn't it? I don't care what people say. Matt didn't kill Juan. I know he didn't. I never would have thought I'd see or hear of all places. The last time we saw each other was during that really bad incident, you know? I mean, when I look back now, I think of the good things. So it's not so bad, I guess. Yeah, I would love to go back in time to relive a few of those good things. That's not funny. Yeah, I guess not. Hey, it's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. So, what do you know about Miss Andrews? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's a sort of small rumor going around her right now. A rumor? If you're interested, I'll be glad to share what I know. He's so happy. Looks like a lion that just found his next meal. And of course, she doesn't know Francisca. So would you mind telling me about this gossip? So you are interested. I figured you would be. Yeah. That was such a weakness for celebrity gossip, too. Oh, really? You too, huh? Yeah, take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see here. Jammin' Ninja Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious and beautiful manager, to the stars, Miss A.A. You see now, don't you? What? You can't pretend to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. Which means, if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials A.A., Adrian Andrews. Yes, exactly. This is big news. It seems kind of odd. That woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client. That's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people. Mr. Powers looks so happy. Pearl's just following along, not having any ideas while he's smiling. Well, looks like as the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Well, that's gonna be helpful. Alright, I pretty much talked about everything in it. Pretty much got everything, so let's go to the lobby. I'm gonna save my game. We're gonna do some discussing. Alright, old bag. That's Juan's autograph. Yes, it is. It even says "To my dearest Wendy" on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it, please. I can't just let you have it just like that. Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange? Wow, she must really want this autograph. An offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag ready to open up her heart for my dearest Juan. Well, that was easy. Well, that... Unlock successful. Holy mackerel. Autograph given to Wendy dearest. I feel bad for you now. Huh? I'll tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room. You're kidding. Oh no. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet, minding my own business. And did you tell it to the police? Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial, you know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. Ungard hasn't done anything bad. Care about details like that. I just know he did my poor Juan in. He did my dear poor Juan in. I just do. A yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses, and I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it. What did Mr. Ungard ever do to deserve this? So what did Mr. Ungard do to you to make you so... You don't know. That guy, he framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick? What is it? What's a scandal? Oh, well, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay? Poor Juan, that is strayed by the wiles of that vile temptress. Nick, what do vials and wild temptress mean? How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about? Adrian Andrews, of course, who else? That guy, he shoved the girl into Juan on purpose. His own manager, but why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud. Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag? I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know. And you have proof that Mr. Ungard did say what he did? Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so. Of course, a tabloid. Next week? Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it? Okay, I guess we'll do some more. well, you're no help. Well, at least you told me about Criminal Affairs Department. Well, let's not go there just yet. Let's see if I can get some scooping. Lotta, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around in the victim's room? I told you, didn't I, for my scoop? What I want to know is what are the details of this scoop? That's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm gonna say that you were looking into a scandal. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corrida and this person. This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt Ungod's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer, but you can't just make up any old thing you think it'll make the papers. You gotta have the backup. Backup? Yeah, you gotta have that thing, what is it, news sauce? You mean news source? That's it. Show me something that shows me Juan has something with Miss Andrews. Well, that was easy. This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid, Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous, to the mysterious and beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. Mr. Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Ungar's manager, Adrian Andrews. She has the initials A.A. You saw this article and thought tonight we'd take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were lurking around Mr. Corrida's door just last night. Well, that seemed to work. You were looking into Mr. Corrida's and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it! I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching them in a secret meeting. There's already an article about it in one of those weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What'd you just say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? They didn't know proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing. Getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. And spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, a lot of nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know. But the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself is gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They don't run off together. I came in for my big story. It didn't come in to have my treasure disappear on me. I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell you. What's with people now anyway? I never thought I'd see a day when someone done steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? Got no idea, though. The story on the note is probably a bold-faced lie. Well, we got an updated court record. Hello? We'll try to do some... Let's see what you got here. Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Unguard's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida. You were not that close. That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not good being intimate. Somehow I highly doubt that. You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. As we expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Don't to sell, stand our good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, if there was a need for you to get close to someone, me, a need to get close to Mr. Corrida, as if there was ever such a need. Did you get close to Miss Corrida for this person's sake? Did you get close for this person's sake? Do you really still not understand? What? It's not my nature to enjoy doing things for others. But you're a manager. It's called a job. I'm in charge of Mr. Engarde's the star, not the man. And you are not my client. No, 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 no. No, no. Either this or this. Dang it. Bruh. Looks like we don't know the person yet. Yeah, we don't know this person yet. Well, that didn't do anything. Well, I might as well just present stuff to you anyway. Right. We're back. Marshall Universe Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal? Why the blunt greeting? 'Cause there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around, and the evidence in his testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. Oh, it's not looking good. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces. Two? Both of them are in this photo. The first one is the button missing from the victim's chest. That's the button. That's the button that you found during your body search of Mr. On Guard. Yep, found in the folds of his Nickel Samurai special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on it. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're Matt's. I'm just gonna say Matt's. Trial. Talk about stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so. What do you mean, you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well, even I told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. On Guard come out of the victim's room in the estimated time of death. No way! Oh, jeez. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Hero of Heroes Award Ceremony? The grand prize got away from the Gem Ninja again? Should you be reading something more important? A poster of a female police officer. Wait, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar, my bad. Aw, it's kinda cute. Mr. Nick, what is this stuffed animal's name? That's the Blue Badger. It's my idea, and I made it. It's the precinct's mascot, you know? Oh, wow! I'll get him assigned the mascot of every police station if it's the last thing I do. Hope you succeed in your mission, sir. These are the detectives' desks. The computers are filed on each one. Funny, they're a lot tighter than I expected. Guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Freeze! Police! Everyone against small hands where I can see him! Hey, what do you do with gumshoe? Their hands, not yours. Let's do some image training for arrests. We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Corrida, but why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Suicide? Her name is Celeste Impacts. And she was Juan Corrida's manager. The victim's manager? But that's not all, pal. This Impact was Adrian's mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor? The woman who was both Mrs. Corrida's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? Do you want to know more about her, pal? If you could, yes, sure. She was the victim's manager and also was Adrian's mentor. It's been 2 years since suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. Ow! I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. This Von Karma! You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do, Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait, please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll start... Quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice. Edgeworth? It's been a long time, right? This person, this is Mr. Edgeworth? What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, Francisca. You... How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed to be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed into the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet, and I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild mare she always was. Hey, buddy, how you been? Been a long time. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick! I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you gonna run tomorrow's trial? You heard her right. That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together with the definition of teamwork, that's the power to find the truth. Truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened. However, Manfred Von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a Von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials is so selfish. It'd be better for everyone if you never came back from the dead Edgeworth. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What's your reason? Well, with Francisca, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. To save your client, you say? Those who only think of their own ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn. Me. Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Alright. I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. Put a little more thought into what you show me, Phoenix, right? Still as stuck up as ever. We are looking into leads, but we can only look into a few key players and their limited resources. There's no reason for us to waste our energy investigating this person. Why don't you tell me straight I don't have any info? There's an interesting rumor about this man. You mean the one about Miss Andrews getting close to him? But that's pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it? I don't take things at face value when there's more to be found. While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it. Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto. Refreshing? And what is so refreshing about a spring breeze? Sounds like the pollen is not treating him well this year. Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. Secret. You can't help but feel this whole case revolves around her. And of course... this woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was ruled as suicide, right? Yes. But there is still one riddle we've yet solved. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? We are looking into leads, but of course, yourself doesn't matter. What would Maya do if Maya was here? You'd be like, what? Just for fun, I'm just gonna present to you everything. Dude, I know I like to throw money around, but it's not like I'd buy anything and everything. What do you think about this article? If you're talking about her thing with Juan, I always thought she was a bit careless in the way she handled it. And that's it. That's it. Hold on a sec. Dude, this person looks like a member of my fan club. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask the fan club president, okay? Dude, you know what? Forget I asked. Oh my gosh. Same with Pearl. And Gumshoe. I've seen him somewhere before. Do you remember my fan club? That's Mr. Powers. Isn't he supposed to be a kind of like a mentor to you? Powers? Oh yeah, he's the guy on that kid's exercise program. I gave him an autograph just the other day. Doesn't seem Mr. Powers a mentor at all. Look, dude, I didn't kill him. I mean, the Nickel Samurai kicked the Jammin' Ninja's butt, right? So it's not like I felt threatened by the likes of him. Being rivals sounds like a sad way to relate to another person. Yeah, I'm such a handsome devil. And I'm way good at sports. Karate, tennis, judo, soccer, football, hockey, fencing. Dude, it's a wonder I'm so popular. Yeah, you're also good at sitting in a jail cell, Mr. Popular. Wendy Oldbag, the opposite of someone who's your fan. That's my manager, did you meet her? Yeah. What do you think? Strong woman, right? And she takes good care of me. You're such a mama's boy. Yeah, Francisca, okay. Apparently. What's wrong? How much do you know? What do you mean, how much? Miss Lawyer, I may be your client, but I hope you'll keep yourself out of my personal life. Or yourself, no, I'd never... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment to keep. You're in detention! Who in the world's gonna eat with... Who are we gonna eat with? The security guard? Mr. Nick? The Celeste Impacts lady. Somehow I get the feeling she's a very important person in all this. Oh, he's gone. He's straight up gone. Well, let's go back to the hotel lobby. Because I feel like we're gonna have to have a pretty decent conversation with, Oh, March 21st Gateway Hotel on guard's room. Looks like Miss Andrews isn't here. That's not good. Still a few questions I want to ask her. And she has that psych lock on her heart, right? Well, we don't have much of a choice. Guess we'll have to come back later. Oh, what do we do now? Already done all this. Maybe there's someone in here? Nothing. Here? No. That's wrong way. Mrs. Impact's death was of most certainly a suicide, that is no mistake. However, we cannot find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. A suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impact had even written such a suicide note? There was no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Corrida had hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. It's the suicide report, Part 1 anyway. Part 1. Alright. I don't look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all, the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has two. 2 parts. What, you just handed me the first part as a report? Wait. What you just handed me is the first part. Here is the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews? Miss Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself. Doesn't seem like the type of kind of person to try and kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman, but that's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Anything? Okay. So what's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will, but why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impax was gone forever. That's why. But why would that? Is that what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in this room who she can trust absolutely. And when she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others. When Celeste Impact suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. And that makes her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying your mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Well, it looks like we are now. That's the wrong way. Is she back yet? March 21st, Gatewater Hotel on guards room. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. Well, it looks like she's talking with someone. That's Francisca Von Karma. Miss Von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so you've got some nerve following me around. Following you? But that's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Pearls. You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl. What is that? It's an electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise you heard was this receiver. I'm really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews? Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Probably got some whipping as well. Anyways, I'm gonna save my game and I'm gonna bust open these locks. That's what's gonna happen. Alright, miss. Alright, Samus from Metroid. You can't tell me that's not Samus from Metroid. I mean, literally. That's just Samus. The glasses, the blonde hair, the blue outfit. It's Samus. And we have this. For this person's sake, that is hers. Obvious. Celeste Impax, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Miss Impax. She committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager. So I believe you got close to Miss Corrida so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There is no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? There was really no mystery at all. I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. Get a hold of yourself, huh? If you want advice on doing yourself in, I says that's someone like the police. which translates to go take a long walk off a short pier. There was no mystery surrounding her death, none. Okay. Okay, it was the other one, my fault. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corrida. Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became into it with Mr. Corrida. I sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was ever found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give, however. I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Select's impact was special to you. Okay, now it's this one. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I'm very independent ever since I can remember. However, it's all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched us people whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corrida of hiding Mrs. Impact's note. You heard about it and thought to recover from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Corrida dead. Me? Miss Impact was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? It's true. I'm a woman who can only live with insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that though, and I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews, this one thing. It's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews. All I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone else hid in her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everyone, seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Corrida to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they would keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since for a little while back. That card? I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. What's this? It looks like a seashell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. I'm not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it'd be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. On Guard in your capable hands. Well, seems like that happened. March 21st, Gatewater Hotel hallway. Well, I think we've gathered about all that we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearls, she looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no, I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am. You don't look fine to me. Wrong way. Still wrong way. March 21st. So, but now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews is a motive. You mean Miss Impact's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Mr. Nick, the transceiver. Hello, Wright Company Law Offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya, where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Phew. Which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her! Very well. Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis. Ask my sis. Maya, dang it! You cut me off. Mystic Maya said ask my sis, didn't she? Sis. What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. I'm sorry. Yeah? I have a message from Maya. So come and ask me anything you want about her. How's Maya? She's safe, for now. A kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. Glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left, and I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spear channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like? Don't know. Apparently Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And she didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her. Date, question mark, time, question mark, location, question mark. I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Huh? Someone dropped a card here. Kinda looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. Strange card. Drat, it's locked. But this door's locked seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then he clicked they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that I can use around here. Ah, that's it, the shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried. Oh, snap. I didn't know Maya was a lockpicker. March 22nd, 9:47 a.m. Just court defendant lobby number 3. Looks like that'll be all for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.